Greetings, tiny planet explorers. I am a robot from the future.
Not really, I'm not actually a robot from the future, you dingus.
Or am I?
I'm not. But I am from the future, so double fake out. Got him! Welcome to Slurp from the future. I know what you're thinking, okay? Who is this maniac with a colander on his head? Well, I'm not a maniac and this isn't a colander. This is a very special piece of future gear that allows me to communicate with you guys from here in the future. And you know I'm in the future because just look at all this silver. You don't get this much silver in 2017. This is not gonna sit still for the whole video. PJ from the future here to answer all of your future questions. It's a little bit weird doing a slurp in the future because you're not actually required to consume liquids in my time. So my spaceship is gonna be slurping on my behalf using this official slurp mug that somehow is held together for thousands of years. That's pretty good craftsmanship. I would buy one from KickThePj.com. I have just realized the concept of my spaceship slurping for me is a little bit abstract. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pretend to slurp just to appear normal. Yeah, future problems, you know. So you're probably wondering what bullshit MacGuffin I've prepared to receive the questions from the past. It is this box I invented called the box. See, let me explain. My headpiece is the link between us, and the box is gonna receive and read your questions to me. But the box has got this weird mechanic where, in order to receive the questions, I have to compliment it, but not be too forward in the compliments, or else it will shut down forever and I'll explode. So that's the setup for this video. I hope you believe it, otherwise you're gonna have a bad time. Let's get on with the slurp. You are very sexy considering you're made out of cardboard, but I respect your boundaries and I respect you as a box. Almighty box, what question do you have for me first?
Jonathan Heng asks, what's the weather like in the future?
What's the weather like here in England? Well, it is pretty abysmal. It is in constant flux. One moment you've got hailing acid rain falling from the skies, then a few minutes later the fireball god in the sky that we all worship, he's just blasting his heat rays down to the earth. And it's just that, back and forth, every single day. So, not very different from what it used to be like. If anything, it's better, actually. It's much better. Oh boy. The colander might have been a mistake. Is that how we used to do it? It's been a long time since I've had to slurp anything. Please understand. You have very nice parts. From a structural point of view, of course. Got him.
Jesse asks, are you ever coming to Canada?
Jesse wants to know if I'm ever coming to Canada. Yikes! Okay, so I've got a bit of bad news for Canada, aka North America now. So the current president of the United States, Slimy McSlimerson, he's kind of like a big slime blob monster. He physically absorbed Canada, and there was nothing that anyone could do about it. He just gobbled it all up. So if you want to live there now, you have to live inside the president to live inside what is now being called North America. It's very weird. I don't know why I came up with that just now. The future is bleak, my friend. The future is bleak. I want to get inside your box to work out the inner workings of how you put together. Okay, you got it. You got it.
Mila asks, what matters?
You might be pleased to hear that in the future, nothing matters. Which sounds bad, but it's allowed the human/lizard people race to really just open our minds and to focus on what we personally care about. Nothing matters anymore, and that's just is beautiful. Also, yes, that's very much still a thing in the future. Everyone does that now. Everyone. Which couldn't make me happier. Mmm, so tasty. What's cooking good looking? As in food tonight. What do you got dinner plans or anything?
Gemma Jam asks, best future pickup line?
You're coming to me for best pickup line after everything you've just heard with me in the box? Okay, why not? Sure. Well, since the great fedora ban of the year 2020, people adjusted to this headgear kind of look. Now the key to romance is a little one of these memes. Tips colander, my lady, my lizard. It is guaranteed to get you a date in some capacity. PJ's dating tips from the future. Enjoy. My slurp. You've got really hot flaps, like box flaps? I don't even know anymore. Hey, it worked.
Nora asks, is it acceptable to walk around with no underwear?
No. It's not acceptable to walk around without underpants. I don't personally agree with it, but it's been made illegal to ever remove your underpants. Ever. I've been wearing the same pair of underpants for like 4,000 years now, I think. Give or take a year, maybe. It's, you get used to it. You get used to it. But, yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of the worst thing to ever happen. I don't know what I would do without my anti-pooping implant. I'd just be pooping my pants all over the place. Wow, is this what it's come to, huh? PJ LaGrory, filmmaker, storyteller. How's it going? I demand to be taken very seriously. No! The link has been broken. No! No! Okay, the link's up and running again, nobody panic. I feel like this episode concept was a lot better in my head than it was in execution. Execute me, somebody, please. Let's have another question. Would you do me the honor of allowing me to put my cock inside you, as in my cockerel, my chicken? You seem like you'd be a great little egg incubator, so... Oh, he likes that.
Kiana asks, best way to listen to music?
We don't really listen to a lot of music here in the future. It's gone pretty downhill. It's kind of just noise now. Again, not much different to what it used to be, but the only real way to appreciate good music anymore is through space radio pirate stations. And they are dedicated to playing good music. If it wasn't for them, I would have lost my mind ages ago. Luckily, I haven't. Luckily, I haven't lost my mind. Jolly good show, old chap. You have a really hot mother, like a motherboard inside, you know, like technology, and okay, cool.
Sam asks, does the language we speak now change in the future?
So as you can imagine, language has evolved over time, and now all over the world, we only speak one language. Not what I'm speaking now, I'm speaking a very archaic English language. We don't really use this tongue anymore. Now we communicate in what is known as Velociraptor. I'll give you a little preview. PJ LaGrory, filmmaker, storyteller, how's it going? It's pretty much the only civilized way to communicate now. It just made sense after so long that we unify one concise language. Oh boy! We have time for one more question, which is a little bit weird because time doesn't really exist in the future anymore. But I've got to cut this video off at some point. You're a box. Yeah, why not?
Gopherino asks, what's the future of printers?
You know what's weird? Thousands of years have passed and we still can't get printers right. You're probably hoping by now we've mastered printing food and humans and whatnot. No, printers are still as useless as ever. I honestly don't know how. We've colonized thousands of planets. We've created colanders that have allowed us to link minds with the past. But for some reason, we just still can't get printers right. Jesus Christ, shoot me in the fucking face! I apologize, this is something I felt very strongly about for thousands of years, but nobody ever listens to me. Is it something to do with the way I look? What's wrong with the way I look? So yeah, good luck trying to print anything in the future. And I think that's just about gonna do it for old PJ in the future. I very much hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Future Slurp. Give this video a thumbs up if that's something you still do back in 2017. And just one last thing I've got to say before we end. Guys, I need to be honest with you. I'm not actually in the future. I feel terrible about making you all believe that this was real, but this is just a colander. There you go. So the truth is, I'm just a questionably normal guy who likes to tell stories. You know, this isn't a spaceship, this is fabric. I'm in a house. I just really wanted to impress you all for entertainment purposes. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry because I actually double faked you out again. I'm actually a questionably normal guy in a house in space. Woo! Viva la future!